Hey game fans, it's Roberto here doing another unboxing, and this time it is of the expansions that I picked up for Pulp Alley, the core rules. So, Pulp Alley is a miniatures agnostic game where basically that just means you can use any of the miniatures that you already own and to create scenarios in your war bands to play against each other. But the little rule book, which is packed with everything you need to play the game, for the most part. I guess you probably need the cards as well. I don't think they're in here, but regardless, the game is pretty cool because it's a pulp adventure, which is like either crime fighting or like adventures like Indiana Jones, stuff like that, or sci-fi, or it's set in like a retro setting. But regardless, it has all the um, all the information you need to build your rosters. And your roster, they call them leagues in this game, are basically composed of your hero, a sidekick, and whatever extra dudes you hire onto your team. So you could have anywhere between like 4 to 10. You can even go all the way down to 2 if you really spec out the two leader guys. Yeah, so it's a leader, a sidekick, an ally, and followers are what you comprise your team of. And basically, after you, they have example characters in here that you could play with, but you could go whole hog just going through all of the ability pages that are just loaded with just abilities to build your characters with. So what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like 8 pages of abilities that just from top to bottom that for you to pick from. But basically, you're restricted for the abilities on which character you pick. So your leader has access to all the abilities 1 through 4. Your sidekick has access to abilities 1 through 3, and just etc. etc. goes down. Interesting things is, but every turn it's kind of fluid. Like you're playing these cards that add the danger to your abilities, dangers to your game. They give you the target numbers for you to hit for you when you're taking ability scores, and they're also you can play them as like traps on your opponent. Like these, the handful of cards you get, it it covers all the bases. So it's really well done, to be honest. And then it has a handful of scenarios in here. Here's an example of one of the cards. I guess it was from the solo booster. But anyways, that's Pulp Alley. Now I've had this for a while. What I just got was some expansions. I ordered them directly from them, just to add to the game. I got the Lost World of Lemuria, or no, Lemuria. Yeah, the Lost World of Lemuria. I got some minis. Released the Project Gold number 2, and I got Project Gold number 1. So some assassins that are gonna be a pretty cool warband, and then I got Minerva's Mercenaries. Looks pretty cool, and to add to my Big Trouble in Little China gang, we got some more members of the Shadow Tongue. So that's neat. I'll open those up. We got a horror deck, which is let's a little more horror themed. That adds flavor to your, if you're playing with monsters and stuff. And since I got like Big Trouble in Little China stuff. And then the solo deck. So when you're not playing with somebody else, it's got alt rules, and this was the Exploration of Lemuria. So this was a deck custom for this adventure. So they have a lot of these. Like, you can buy single adventures, just like PDFs, and then the cards that go along with it. So you can either print them out yourself. That didn't just seem like extra work to me, like print it out and then having to either go to some place to print them or put them in a card sleeve. I was just like, I'll just get these and sleeve them. But it is a little expensive though. But anyways, let's check out what's in this book. The Lost World of Lemuria. What do we got here? Phipps and daughter are the designers of this, and this looks like it was a self-published comic book sized production here. Alright, so what do we got in here? This looks like it's all black and white. It does have some photos of some miniatures. So we got rules for mounts, new abilities. So it's got a new list of abilities. I don't know, these might already be in the softcover book that I got, because that was like a second edition that compiled all the extra rules that were in other books. So it might already be in there, but this is cool. So the Lost World of Lemuria, and then it has a page of information. We have provided 6 explanations for your arrival. Either left behind, sent to investigate, sea patrol, passenger steamer, scientific research, or fleeing prosecution. And well, let's just look at passenger steamer. You're aboard a passenger steamer crossing the Indian Ocean when the ship was attacked by a giant sea monster and pulled to the bottom of the ocean. Deep below the water, the last thing you saw, going unconscious, was a weird bright light. When you awake, you were lying in a strange and unfamiliar beach. Once during the campaign, when you have the option to draw a scenario card, you may choose to play Prisoner of Zabata or Festivals of Mask instead of drawing a random scenario. You can pick a new scenario that is currently claimed. Okay. And then places of interest. Looks like we got a raptor or a dinosaur of some sort just wandering about. Got some pyramids, highlands. Cool. People of interest. We got the Lemurians, the Mucklings, surface dwellers. So got some information on the locals. Neat. Excuse me. Then Lemuria setting, range combat. You can run and shoot in the same turn. Okay. You cannot normally shoot more than once per turn. All right. Melee. So it's got some alt rules, I guess, for when you're playing in the Lemuria campaign. It's got the cards. So this is what I was saying. Like, you can cut these out or print them or download them off of the website. And for each of the scenarios, there's more custom cards that you would add to your deck. So what do we got? Trials of Lemuria, playing a mini game. You cannot play more than one mini game between each scenario. First, shuffle your fortune deck and deal 5 face down. Next, you have a chance to quickly eliminate 1 or more cards by simply rolling your character's might, finesse, or cunning. Oh, so you're getting rid of stuff that's in the, I guess, some of the bad cards. Anyways, playing the campaign, the Arena of Terror. Oh no. So, Arena Beast, Pterosaur, Giant Spiders, Skull Boar, Wild Cyclops, Arena Terror Bird, and your Crash Creeper. So, Arena of Terror sounds kind of awesome, actually. We'll want to do that. Beast Hunt. Oh man, so just hunting Wild Cyclops, Giant Crabs, or the Crash Creeper. Wow, all that sounds real pulpy. Um, Dangerous Waters, Death Rides in the Sky, the Festival of Mass. Oh, this was a scenario that it said we could choose if our starting area was the one that was randomly selected. So that's cool. So yeah, so far a whole lot of scenarios. Scenario for 1 to 4 leagues. All right, Tunnels of Doom. Okay, so this whole thing seemed to be like scenarios and campaign cards. Um, so, and then some ads for some miniatures. So, I did get this deck. So let's see what the printed version looks like of Explorers of Lemuria. And so it's cool because it's actually more colorful than the book. Explorers of Lemuria, 37 companion deck. Okay, so the Hand of Muck. And this is kind of what like a standard card looks like. Well, not really. Actually, it's got all kinds of extra stuff going on at the bottom. So, Beast Hunt. Okay, so these are the actual the campaign cards, not the standard. What do we got here? Okay, so yeah, normally it would have card like the normal like plot point cards have all the information on the card telling you your stats and whatnot, or what the kind of trouble you're in. But this looks like we got like monster cards, which is cool. And then on the other selector, double-sided, fresh recruits, and some sort of reward card, outcasts, the floodplains, and refugee camps, outcast. Those guys look cool. And caravan attack. So yeah, I had to read the book to see how this works, but looks like we got a skimmer of some sort. That looks like a manta ray. That's neat. And another boat. So it's kind of neat. Like with these cards, they have spots for your characters, so you can, if you don't have a miniature to represent it, you can just use the card and put it on a table. So that's kind of fun. And here's a pre-made character, so I like that. So neat little expansion. I like that it's color. I like it's got all the rules. I don't gotta cut anything out, so that's cool. Then what else do we got here? I'll take a look at a couple of these miniatures. So here was one of the leaders and sidekicks, Project Golgo, and we got Golgo Satana, and then on the back they have a blank one if you want to just do your own custom, and then her sidekick is Spring. So that's cool. It has their stats. So she's got 1d6 brawl, shoots 3d6, dodge 3d8, might 1d6, finesse 1d6, cunning 1d6. So you get between like 1 and 4 dice, I think, during creation that you can pump it up to, and then the second number, it can go between d6 and d10. So like you can buff up your dice to be stronger, and or to take negatives to make it weaker. And some abilities lets you lower your dice value. Say if you got a d10, you can go down to like a d8 to get more dice to roll. So there's neat little things like that. And Golgo Satana. Let's see what these miniatures look like. Oh, I like this. Pre-assembled. I just have to clean up a little bit of flash, and they should paint up fairly easily. They come look, just standard. Just is that like 24 millimeter base? I think so. So yep, that's cool. Put that on there. Might need a little glue because it looks a little loose. So a little glue or a little green stuff, and they will stick just fine. So that was Golgol Satana, and then here's the rest of the crew. So if I wanted to have an in-theme crew, I could. Okay, so this is cool. It comes with a league card. Well, each of them. The first one came with the league card, and then whatever other. No, I guess that was it. It was just the league card there that had the name of the characters. This one says League Perk. So the following perks have been applied to all characters: specialists and companions. Okay, cool. And we got winter, summer, and you can guess the last one is autumn. And man, autumn's got a 4d8 dodge. It's pretty good. So these are not like normal, just your cronies. These are not sidekicks, but I think they're followers, allies. They're allies, I guess. Not bad stats. So let's see what we got here. Winter looks great. He's got a bow staff. Not too much flash to clean up. That looks awesome. And then this is summer. And autumn. They're a little thin, but they're beautiful. So that should be not too hard to paint up, and that'll be good. Look good on the table. I like that. Then I definitely wanted to pick this one up. This was a cool looking duo of Minerva's mercenaries. Minerva and what is this guy's name? He looks really cool. We got Minerva and Ramjeet Singh. So that's cool. What does she got? Nerves to Steel. Ignore a -1 penalty. Okay. And quick dodge. Shift your dodge dice down 2 to gain +2 dodge bonus. So normally her dodge are 40-10. So she could go down to what is that? 48, 46. So 66. Dang. That's pretty crazy. Or no, plus shift your dodge dice down once. So yeah, it's a +2. I think the +2 is it'll say +2 dice if it's dice. I don't remember. But anyways, it's either getting extra dice or +2 modifier, one or the other. But that's cool. Ramjeet, I think, is a sidekick here. Muscles of Steel. Your brawl and might dice are not shifted down due to injuries. Oh, that's tough. Whenever at the bottom it usually says, so he starts on a D8, and if he gets injured, he'd go down to like a D6. So normally when you go down, to damage, your skills have to match whatever your damage is. So your dice can't they're affected by it, but his are not because of his immense strength. Then let's take a look at those minis, and look pretty good for metal minis. I like it. Okay, and final pack was a Goon Squad for my, like I said, my Big Trouble in Little China gang, which I had got miniatures from was that, not Osprey, but the, what are they called? Something North. military miniatures, North Military, I forget. But those miniatures were really cool for just like some fistful of kung fu. So, league perks, okay. And we got Okie Joe and Ping and Loop. Oh, didn't actually show you the side with the stats at all, but that's pretty neat. And here's, I needed some Okie Joe in my life. He's got 2 pistols that they're not even his hand. Their sheath are in their holsters, and then just 2 more thugs. Neat. So the solo deck, another thing I picked up. I'll just look at a card or two for this. So normally, so does that have rules for the solo deck? Well, the difference is in the normal rules, you would draw a handful of cards, and then every player, I want to say, flips a card for bad stuff to happen. So like the bad stuff will be on top, and or no, these, when you play a card from your hand, it's the effect from the top. When you need a challenge, it's the effect on the bottom. That's what it is. So the challenge is roll 3 successes with might, finesse, or cunning, and the target number is 3, and that's how many successes you need. And peril, 3 hits if you failed. So that's pretty tough, man. Like getting hit 3 times, that can straight up kill somebody if you fail all those. And then the storm, instead of drawing a solo card for the first 3 characters only, you must draw and play 1 solo card for each character that activates for the remainder of the turn. So yeah, when you're playing solo, you don't draw as many cards because it's just less to keep track of. But so that was one. Let's look at what Furious says. So Furious says, roll the challenge below. Pass. This character ignores all multiple combat penalties attached until the end of the scenario. Fail. The character must rush the closest enemy if able. And then challenge. Roll 2 successes with cunning or might. Peril. 2 hits if failed. Okay, so it's pretty much across the board. It's just so you can run the game solo, and the cards so you don't have to play 2 hands. So useful. Let's see what else do we got here. And so these were more scenario cards for another adventure. Let me see. Does it come with the adventure, or do I got to download the adventure? Scenario pack, calling all phantom agents. They're everywhere. Yeah, it looks like I have to download the adventure. So it is for scenario pack 31. And basically they have all these adventures for sale on the website, like some PDFs. They're a couple of bucks, so pick it up and then you get the cards along with it. Then what else do we got here? Horde deck. Oh. The Horde deck. Oh, the Horde deck has some rules here. So it's telling you a summary. I was like, this is what the Horde deck is. How do I roll the Horde deck? When you activate or move within 12 inches of 1 or more horrific enemies. So somebody that has like the horror ability, we activate the Horde deck. And when you move into contact, peril, or plot point, roll a dice check using your current health type. What do I need to roll? Okay. And then here's one, shaken. For the duration of the effect, the character receives. So basically you're scared and you get hit with these debuffs half the time. Madness. Oh no. You must discard 1 fortune card when you activate this character. If you cannot discard, the opponent takes control of the character as if it was one of theirs. So neat. It's a whole deck of bad things that can happen. Unbalanced. For the duration of this effect, the character is impaired. Checked after each time you finish moving. If you moved over 6 inches, that then it counts as running. Okay, so whenever you see somebody that's horrific, it can mess up your game. For the duration, sense of calm. For duration of effect, the character receives +1 die shoot, +1 d cunning, cannot brawl. So this guy goes into a zone whenever he sees a monster and wants to kill it. Hysteria. For the duration of this effect, the character receives +1 d shoot, 1 d brawl, 1 dodge, cannot run. Alright, so that's pretty much it for, what do you call it, the Pulp Alley expansions that I picked up. So I got a lot to work on here, lots to read, and extra stuff to add to my game, and some new miniatures. So real excited about that. But anyways, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know if you picked up Pulp Alley. If you play miniature war games, I would say it's worth a try if you have not. If you haven't tried miniatures agnostic games before, because it's a lot of fun, and it lets you dust off some of your old stuff that you're not using, or repurpose stuff that you are using, or games that you don't really like the rules for. You can use it in that too, because it's pretty flexible. It doesn't really just have to be Pulp. You can change it to whatever setting you want, because the rules they cover a lot. In the little book, all you need you need this. And then you can download the cards, like I said, for free if you really don't want to pick them up. I think you need them, but if you are a do-it-yourself person, that's cool. Anyways, cool game. Check it out. See you next time.